Okay, today on Cabalcast, we're going to be in Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath to do a 2 versus 2 video commentary. This game is by request, and it features 4 players. We got Alexander Cage, which is Overlord at 66. He's playing as his favorite faction, Traveler 59. And we got Gutty 333 here, which is a player who's recently retired from Kane's Wrath professional play, but he's just playing 2v2 just for fun. So we'll see what he does here as Reaper 17, and then on Team 2 we have Crips, which is S2NZO, and his partner is Smoke and Tiberium, which is Cyberstorm. So, and then we also have 4 observers. We have a Chef, we have Aggressor Rube, we got Magilord, and we got John. So here we go on Forgotten Forest, because why the hell not? We got, this is pink, I didn't check the colors. This is Alexander Cage, aka Overlord 66, playing as the pink Traveler 59, and down below him is Gutty 333, playing as a pink Scrin Reaper 17. And over to the right side of the map here, we see this is Cyberstorm. He's playing as the red Scrin, and his partner, Crips, aka S2NZO, is playing as a Scrin faction as well. So all Scrin factions in this game. This is going to be really, really interesting. Looks like Christian Cage, or Alexander Cage, I keep calling him Christian Cage. Alexander Cage, Overlord, is going to go for 2 tip spikes to the north and south of his base. He's going to capture him pretty easily. I don't think anybody's going to go try to get it. Although that Cyberstorm, I like to do this strategy before where the buzzer squads, because they're so fast, they usually go straight to the tip spike, and then they just identify, you can catch the engineer quite quickly, but I think Overlord knew they were coming, so they stealthed his engineer so that he can kill off the buzzer squads before he can kill him off, and make sure he can't move. And he does manage to destroy both the buzzer squads, so his engineer is safe to go capture the tip spikes, although he's a little bit late in doing that. And in the meantime, Cyberstorm has got his refinery and war factory up, as same with S2NZO, and he's going to be going for some shard walkers down the center half of the map here. He could catch the 3 buzzer squads off guard, which will prevent Overlord from scouting into the right team's base. In the meantime, Gutty is going to be going for a refinery and war factory of his own. He's got 2 refineries already, which is pretty damn good. Looks like Gutty hasn't lost a touch ever since he retired from Kane's Wrath play. So look at he's going down to the south half of the map, only on 1 power plant. You need 2 power plants for a Scrin base to power up everything. S2NZO, where's that Shardwalker? I'm not sure where it is. Did it go back to base? Did it go down the guts, or did it do something? That's a Shardwalker there from Gutty. Looks like he wants to go scout the base of our right side team, Cyberstorm and S2NZO. So just basic gameplay right here from all 4 of these players, just scouting and basic builds, 2 refineries with war factory. Here comes the Shardwalker inside the base of Cyberstorm, so they have scouted off everybody's base. Everybody should know what they're doing. 4 harvesters for each player. Everybody has 4 harvesters. Yep, I think Overlord has done just that. S2NZO has expanded down the south half of the map already. He is just a little bit behind. I think Gutty managed to get there maybe 6 seconds ahead of S2NZO, so that could change. That could be pretty good if you can get some more harvesters going. We see that Overlord has already got an extractor on the protected field already, so that's going to be pretty good. We see S2NZO and Cyberstorm are going to go for the blue tip field, and the blue tip is just probably enough for 2 harvesters, I'd say, not refineries. And if they're lucky, they can get the full load of blue tip without the left side team knowing about it. But I don't think the left side team even knows that the right side team is going to go for some blue tip. And S2NZO and Cyberstorm are going to be reaping the benefits of these blue tip. And that'll be very huge for them, because they can crank out a ton of units in a very short amount of time. So now both these players are going to be grabbing a lot of blue tip. I think, yep, I don't think that's going to be enough. Definitely S2NZO is going to have more than Cyberstorm, but I think they're almost full, so they should almost reap the benefits of that, so that's be pretty good. Looks like Gutty and Overlord are trying to destroy those harvesters, but they're way too late. Gutty has an army of secret tanks here, and he throws down the lightning spike here. No, that was Overlord's lightning spike. They're trying to protect this blue field, trying to get it for themselves, but it's too late. Cyberstorm and S2NZO have already got those blue tip harvesters, which is pretty good. They're going to be bringing in lots and lots of money. And we see Tiberium already from S2NZO, so that's going to be pretty good. He's going to be keeping that tip field going. Everybody's just going for some basic secret tanks, nothing too serious. Gunwalker, pretty standard Scrin play. We also see the drone support power coming in from S2NZO, so it looks like he wanted to keep his secret tanks alive. I think secret tank v secret tank against Gutty did a little bit of damage. more than he wanted to, and he was forced to throw down the drone support power just to keep his Seeker tanks alive for just a little bit longer before he gets another refinery up, or war factory. But actually he was fast teching to tier 3, and Technology Assembler is building something. Because S2Enzio is Reaper 17, he gets a lot of upgrades. He gets the forceful generators, he's got shard launchers, he's got blue shards, and he's got conversion reserves. So I'm not sure what he's going to go for. I think he's probably going to be going for some shard launchers, because he has a lot of Seeker tanks. The Harvester has been phased. This should, I think it was a mistake by Cyberstorm. I'm not sure if it was worth it bringing this Harvester all the way to the blue tip for just maybe a quarter of a load. That'd be pretty good. We also see that Cyberstorm is going to go for some mecha pays as well. So there's 4 mecha pays going to the center half of the map, and I'm not sure if Overlord is ready for this. He could go for some cultists. I love to see cultist squads coming out. He does have a portal and a stasis shield coming out, so our temporal wormhole and a stasis chamber. But here comes the Erratic Hexapod. Something pretty good. And also a mastermind or a prodigy is going to area mind control one of the mecha pays and take control of it. But unfortunately, although maybe that was a cultist. So yeah, that was a cultist. And we see a tripod here being repaired by some corruptors, and we see that another tripod is going to get annihilated. The phase was way too late there, and there was a waste of the phase, which is $2,000, I think, for a phase, I think it was. We see a bunch of secret tanks coming here from Gutty, and they're going to be attacking the tier 3 tech lab from S2Enzio, but S2 has got Reaper tripods, and with the shields, so it looks like he went for shield upgrade instead of shard launchers. You should go for some conversion reserves, because nobody goes for that. They need to go for conversion reserves, because it's a good upgrade to get if you're Reaper 17. Now, Cyberstorm is bringing his mecha pays down to the southern half of the map. They're going to be attacking this entire base here. Oh, look at this. The 2 technology cylinders are side by side together, and I'm not sure why Gutty and Overlord did that, because there's a lot of tech here. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough, I think, because Gutty has a lot of Devour tanks. They could destroy this entire Mechapate force, and they're doing a ton of damage. 3 Mechapates, 4 Mechapates go down in an instant. That was quick. Cyberstorm lost a lot of his forces there. That was great gameplay there by Gutty, and using those dev tanks to its full extent. And now the Red Hexapod is going to be attacking that heroic Buster Squad for some reason. He did a lot of damage to his own corruptors, which is not very good. Cyberstorm is going to the southern half of the map here, to this top for the blue tip, or for green tip, I should say. And S2Enzio has got growth stimulators on both of the bottom fields, while Cyberstorm has got growth accelerators on the top fields. So he's going to be going for some very, very heavy units, because he has a lot of Tiberium at his disposal. Cyberstorm's placed down a gravity stabilizer as well, so he could be going for some devastator warships, I would say. And we see lots of mind control coming out here by Overlord. Overlord likes to play his Child 59, and he loves to go for some cultists, because cultists just give a player a lot of problems, especially since when it involves Mechapades. And Mechapades from Cyberstorm are just going to go straight down, although there's not a whole lot of damage here from Overlord. He just mind controlling a bunch of using his cultists to his full extent, and just mind controlling almost all of Cyberstorm's Mechapades. All the Mechapades will definitely go down. So I think Cyberstorm should retreat back out of there, because all he's building is Mechapades, and they can do a lot of damage against cultists if they're hit right. So now, speaking of which, the S2Enzio is moving to the center half of the map here, along with Gutty here. But I think Gutty should probably be careful, because S2Enzio is a pretty good player with Reaper tripods. And now we see a Stasis Shield coming out here from Gutty. Looks like he's going to finish off the rest of S2Enzio's forces, and that'll be pretty good. He was also going to take out the Storm Column. He should probably quickly recharge his tripods, because then he can do a ton more damage. But a counter Stasis Shield coming in from S2Enzio, so now he's going to be in trouble now, because S2Enzio has got 4 Reaper tripods stuck inside that shield, plus more on the way, and Cyberstorm's bringing his Mechapades back out. So this bottom base is definitely going to be a little bit in the trouble. Not to mention that Cyberstorm is bringing his armada of Mechapades back down the southern half of the map, and they're also going to be doing a ton of damage. Meanwhile, S2Enzio is going to be finishing out the rest of Gutty's forces. I think Gutty should just sell off what he has here and then retreat back to the north to help out his ally. But I think the problem now is that Gutty doesn't have the forces necessary to help out his ally, Overlord, which now has a pile of cultists here, which are just mind controlling anything that comes near it. And we see some Buzzstorm support powers coming in from all 3 of these players, and then just finishing off the rest of the cultists as best they possibly can. Not to mention that the mind-controlled Mechapades are trying to take out Cyberstorm's Mechapades, and more Mechapades are just getting more mind-controlled, and the Hexapod did a ton of damage there, taking out 2 Hexapod Mechapade heads, and all the cultists have been destroyed, so no more mind control from Gutty just yet. And we see that Gutty has just been massacred here by S2NZO. S2NZO has a ton of Reaper tripods here. He still doesn't have conversion reserves, which is, I'm not sure why he didn't get that upgrade. It's a very cheap upgrade to get. Gutty has secret tanks with attenuated force fields and the shard launchers, so he's going to be doing pretty good, although he needs a lot of tripods just to make up for his lost economy, lost drone platform, and lost tripods. S2NZO is throwing down the drone support power just to heal up his Reaper tripods, and he's also, I think he's going to go for a full-on attack very soon. Gutty is playing very smart right now. He has plasma just launched shock troopers with blink packs, so those can do pretty good damage against Reaper tripods if they get him in the backside of the base, though. Overlord is going to be going with his right hexapod, which is veteran, and he's attacking Cyberstorm's main base, destroying anything that he can. Oh, but here comes the Reaper tripod force, and he needs to teleport that force away before it gets emped, but it doesn't get emped, unfortunately for that, and he throws down the face field. The field field coming in, and now more cultures coming in as well from Overlord, and just mind controlling all of Cyberstorm's mechapades. That's a lot of mechapades that Gutty or Overlord just mind controlled, and he's reaping the benefits with that type of stuff. S2NZO is going into shard walkers now. He should get blue shards and attenuated force fields if he wanted to tent. Oh, as soon as I say that, there's a blue shards, so now he's going to be doing a ton more damage and trying to destroy all those cultists now. What's happening down there, we see that Getty's trying to attack S2NZO's base with shock troopers and Reaper tripods, but they can't do that when there's an exapod guarding the way and a lot more Reaper tripods there. So that attack there was failed by Gutty, and unfortunately he's going to face more tripods getting captured by S2NZO. So I think S2 is going to be puts down a portal and capturing those two husks there. Overlord, meanwhile, is doing pretty good for himself up here. He's got a decent economy on the top half of the field, and he's also putting S2NZO and Cyberstorm on edge. So now they're just destroying the rest of Cyberstorm's main base, and S2NZO is bringing his drone platform. Is that his first or his second? That's his first drone platform, because I don't think he has a gravity stabilizer. So now this drone platform is actually in danger of being destroyed by Overlord's forces, because he has a ton of forces here. He's got mostly cultist squads, but he has a nice hexapod, along with a couple of Reaper tripods and some mind-controlled mechapades. Mechapades can deal with the disintegrator squads that are coming out of S2NZO's portal, and this will be pretty good. Also, the drone platform is being emped and is also being destroyed. I think S2NZO is on low power for just a couple seconds. Actually, no, I spoke too soon. That's S2NZO's second drone platform. My bad. But that first drone platform has been destroyed. S2NZO is forced to put down some storm columns just to destroy these forces here. But unfortunately, they get emped, and they're going to get destroyed. Beacons going all over the place, some smoke and Tiberium, and it looks like there was Reaper tripods are caught out of position because those cultist squads are just mind controlling all of S2NZO's Reaper tripods. Well, a couple of them anyway, because a lot of them are just being controlled by Overlord already. So Overlord needs to retreat with his cultist squads as best he possibly can. We see some shock troopers coming in from Gutty. It looks like he destroyed a lot of S2NZO's forces. I think S2NZO has been defeated. He's been defeated. Really? Well, I guess he lost all of his harvesters, so everything has gone under the control of Cyberstorm. So S2NZO is gone. He gave all his stuff to him, and now we'll see what Cyberstorm can do against this forces right here. Unfortunately, for Gutty, he needs more Tiberium. I think he's been stealing blue tip this entire time, and now he's going to be destroying the other drone platform that S2NZO had. So now Cyberstorm, I don't think he has any more, or is another drone platform. That's probably his. But I don't think Cyberstorm can come back from this. There's Reaper tripods all over the place, destroying everything here. Did to manage to take out his tier 3, but I think Cyberstorm, he could definitely pull this off if he's lucky. Destroys one of the captured Reaper tripod husks. But now Gutty now has a nice force here of shock troopers with Reaper tripods, so that's going to be pretty good. He still doesn't have conversion reserves. What about Cyberstorm? Makes conversion reserves? No, he does not. And he built a portal so that he can capture that lone tripod husk. He still has an okay eco, but he needs to expand somewhere else. I think Gutty should take this opportunity. I don't even think he has a gravity stabilizer. So Gutty can't expand to this field right here, which is pretty bad. But although there's the shock troopers are doing a ton of damage to that single rep sphere, and now the rep sphere will go down. I don't think he has one more left along with the portal. So the problem with Cyberstorm now is he's fighting two armies on one front, and he can't do that because Cyberstorm is being cornered, and Cyberstorm has been defeated. So that game was a little bit one-sided, if you ask me. I think Alexander Cage wanted to show the power of cultist squads. Yeah, so we see that Smuckers Iberium had the most units the entire game because of the Mechapeda heads. Structures up and down, resources. Everybody had a decent resource, I think, but Gutty had the most and better stats. Team 1 was Alexander Cage and Gutty, 295,452 to them, and Team 2 had 277,400 or 7,000. 277,747. So they had $20,000 less in favor of Team 2. Okay, so there's your game on Forgotten Forest. My name is Cabal, and I will see you guys next time.